guys, what's up? This is Stillwater Homestead. I'm Kayla, and this is my garden. Today I am going to go ahead and do a garden tour. I realize how late it is in the season, and that's all right. Right now is the jungle part of the season, and so it should be pretty exciting. There are some things fruiting, and I figured I might as well just take you along as I go through and see what's fruiting and see what's growing and all of the fun, cool bugs that we're going to see and all that fun stuff. I am gardening here in zone 7B in the mountains of western North Carolina, so that's really fun. It's very different from what I am used to gardening in. I have been gardening for about 7 years now in just like raised garden beds and stuff, but the weather here is completely different. And so is the soil. I'm gardening in red clay, so that is interesting. Yeah, let's get going. Let's go see what's growing in both my storage garden, is what we're calling it, the storage garden, and then we'll also go around the kitchen garden and see what's happening up there. All right, so here, as you can see, I don't even know if you can see, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garden boxes. They're all the same size down here. I'm pretty sure they're either 6 by 6 or 4 by 4 and like 2 feet high or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. My husband did it for me, so I don't remember exactly how big these ones are. But we're going to go box by box so that we can see everything that I've got happening, and then all the other fun, cool little nuggets all throughout. So this is box number 1. This is all filled with onions. Actually, both this box and that box are filled with onions. I planted these, what month was that? I want to say in March. I'm pretty sure it was March. I planted this box is filled with red onions, right? And then that box back there, where the beginning of the arch is, that I started. Those are white onions, I'm pretty sure, either white or yellow. No, they're white. And then I have also got this is leftover from last year. I did nothing with this, but this is oregano. I just left it. Okay, bug. I just left it, and that's going off. So I've got oregano. There is some parsley happening in here, and I've also got, is that thyme? This might actually just be oregano and parsley that I put in these 2 boxes. And then I did dig up some stuff last year. Yeah, so then as we come along the side of the garden, along this fence, there's a million blackberry brambles. Like, this is all blackberry brambles, and honeysuckles just take up all of our fence line. But then I did end up purchasing a couple of blackberry bushes. So I've got 2 blackberry bushes in hopes that they would just take over the blackberry, like the wild blackberries, because these ones that I got aren't thorny. The ones that I bought are not thorny, and the wild ones, ooh, you know what? I'm going to have to try this. I've been holding out, and I wanted to let my kids try these first ones, but they're sleeping right now, so I will be taking the first 2 blackberries. Let's see. This should be interesting. I don't eat store-bought berries. I literally, no, okay, that's a lie. I do, but all right. Yes, Lord. Oh, that one's sour. That came out of nowhere. But boy, oh boy, that is so flavorful. It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. They taste completely different. They taste the same but different, and maybe that's just a mind thing. Regardless, they're freaking delicious. All right, so we've got 2 blackberries. We've got some elderberry plants down here that we just planted. I'm gonna have to try to do this quick because the sun is gonna melt my phone. This is my lovely, can you see it? My lovely butterfly bush. So that doesn't fruit anything at all except for butterflies. All right, then this next box, I've got some borage right here in the front. I've got a lot of beans. I try to use these cattle panels for beans, like for super viney things. I go ahead and I plant my beans all along there. So I've got some beans coming. You can see they're flowering, but there's no veg yet. And that's all right because beans kind of are overwhelming. Once they start going, it's like beans for every single meal. um, and then what else is in here? This is a root. This is rutabaga. Planted a bunch of root veggies. I planted them in the right months, which I think was that was March, like middle of March. I planted a bunch of root veggies, and then something happened, and none of them like grew. And then so I had to restart them like in April. So we'll see if we get any of these. If not, I'll just replant some in the fall when it gets cooler out, because this gets really, really, really sunny over here. So I don't think that they're thriving at all, but that's all right. And then um yeah, that's all right. Seeds want to grow. Things want to grow. It's going to try to grow. And if not, I'll try again. And then I've also got sweet potatoes in there. I've got a pepper plant. These are weeds, but I just like the way that they look. They're not serving any purpose and actually probably stealing a lot of nutrition, but I really just like the way that they look. So I like to keep them. They look like they're going to flower, but surprise, they don't. But then I really gotta come out here and do some actual weeding because all of these are prickly. So I'm not gonna put my hands in there. Here is a pepper plant. This is a sweet pepper. I think that's a purple, yeah, purple beauty is what that one's called. And then I have another one back here. This is just like a California wonder. That is doing fine. And then I've got one tomato plant. Is it one? No, I've got 2 tomato plants over here. Don't know what the variety is. I wish I could. Let me see. Actually, I might be able to. Let's see. Crimson red is going to be that tomato plant. And look, I got some. They're green, but I got some tomatoes happening. Very exciting. This one is also, I'm pretty sure, crimson. Or no, it's not. It's a San Marzano. I've got a bunch of San Marzanos all over the place this year. And then here's another tomato plant over here. I didn't label this one. Actually, you know what? I think this one was a volunteer. So we'll see what that one becomes. Yeah, we'll see. That one's definitely fruiting a lot. Oh, I'm so excited. There is some dino kale, which I really need to come out here and harvest a lot of this. Look how pretty. I don't think it looks blue on the screen. Maybe it does. It's so pretty. It looks like a greenish bluish kind of color. It's so cool. It just stands out from the rest of the stuff. That green is just so special. And then what's this? I've got some turnips growing. Let's see. I just came out here and checked them a couple days ago, but they weren't quite ready yet. So we're going to leave those in there. I've got some jalapenos growing right alongside of those right here. I love pepper plants. See, this looks like this weed to me. Not exactly, but a little bit. And so that's why I like to keep those weeds. I just love like I don't know what it is about pepper plants, and I just love the way that they look. They're just so pretty. They're simple, but I love them. So I got 2 jalapenos in this box. I've got some more tomatoes. I did come out here and try to like weave these tomato plants into this so that it had a little bit more support, but I think I broke some of the branches because look at all those dead leaves. I'm sorry guys, but they're gonna pull through. They're still fruiting, they're still happening, and it's wonderful. This is amaranth right here. I've never grown amaranth before. Again, it looks like that weed, and it's so pretty to me. This amaranth is called Love Lies Bleeding. I got this one from Rare Seeds or what is it? Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Um, this is the first time that I've ever grown amaranth. Now, amaranth is something that you can use like quinoa or like rice. So that should be something interesting. My family has never had that. We don't eat quinoa, but we do eat a lot of rice. So I'm trying to figure out some different things that I can grow here in North Carolina that we can kind of start substituting instead of eating rice all the time, because we do eat a lot of rice and potatoes with like not every single meal, but I've got a very hungry husband, and if we just ate carnivore all the time, then we would go broke. So we got to find some other different alternatives that uh, we can eat instead of just rice, because I want to really be able to grow all of my own things. I want to be able to grow all my own stuff, and I don't think I can grow rice here. Also, I don't know how to grow rice. So we're going to try amaranth. I'm sure it's got a different flavor. I'm sure it's got like a different profile to it, but that's all right. Trying things never hurt. Also, I've heard that amaranth is like an attractor to like bugs, pests. So if you have a lot of pests in your garden, grow amaranth because it will attract all of them, apparently, allegedly, and it'll eat them. Or they will eat it. It'll eat them. That'd be cool. Because last year in these two beds, the one with the arch, we had some serious, I think they were like those yellow ladybugs. What are those things called? Can someone please tell me what those beetles are called? They're yellow. They look just like ladybugs, but they're yellow and they're ravenous. They're rude, honestly. They took over this whole all of this was all beans last year, and they just took it all over, and it made me sad because it made me sad. I've got a bunch more borage in these ones. I don't know what to do with borage. I know it's like a medicinal plant, but again, I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to do with it or how you're supposed to use it. Can you use it in tea? Do you use the leaves? Do you use the I don't think you use the leaves because it's kind of spiky. Do you use the flowers? Someone help me. Help me! I don't know how to use borage. um, so yeah, please, seriously, someone comment, tell me what you're supposed to do with borage. I grew it because it's beautiful and it's a pollinator attractor, but I want to be able to use it too. I've got some weeds in here. I really just kind of let my garden do what it wanted to do this year. And that was honestly pretty intentional. I I'm in the mindset of stewardship. I'm in the mindset of like regenerative and all of those hit words, but for real, I like in my head, I'm thinking, well, if weeds are gonna grow here, shouldn't we just let them grow kind of thing? Gosh, piece of hair. Shouldn't we just let them grow? Um, And so I wasn't going to mulch either this year so that the weeds could grow, so that the soil could get other different kinds of nutrients. I know maybe I'm doing that wrong. Who's to say? Am I doing that wrong? Something's growing, so I think I'm doing it right. Right. And here, sorry, I just went on a tangent. And here I've got a bunch of beets. That's what this whole row is. I just harvested a bunch of them, and I haven't even cooked them yet. And I have so many more beets to go. So I really need to start, because look at how big this is. Let me go ahead and pull one of these out. Well, I guess that's a normal size beet. But the ones that I grew out, that was on that side, maybe they're spaced out a little bit more. The one that was on that side, ginormous. And I'm the only one that eats beets so far. No, I guess Raymond does eat beets, but I'm the only one who eats beets. My husband doesn't eat beets. Help me. Someone come eat my beets. All right, then I got some more sweet potato vines happening. Gosh, aren't they just so pretty? they're just so cool. I've got a lot of grass coming in and some other, I did plant, like I did just throw a bunch of wildflowers, and I see some cutie patooties starting to pop through. So sweet. And I have some zinnias here, and I don't know what this one is, but I know this one was deliberately planted. Just not sure exactly what it is. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's a weed. It's a little bit spiky. So that might actually be a weed. I really got to come out here and take care of my garden, but I've got kids and they need taken care of first. This guy, did I label you? I did. I did label this cutie. I love tomatillos. This is a Dr. Witchy's yellow, or Dr. White's, Dr. White, Dr. It's the doctor's yellow tomatillo, and I'm very, very excited that they're happening this year. I planted some last year, but maybe I don't know why they didn't come like down in that bed down there, but they didn't grow. But they are happening this year. I've got these yellow tomatillos down here, and I have some more up in the other garden up there. So I'm very, very excited. This whole box started as last year as teeny tiny little peppermint plants and like mint plants. And now this is the second year, and it has gone crazy. I'm real tempted next year to build the walls up higher, like add a lot more stability and just cleanliness to this box, just so that it's not like overflowing in our grass, so that we can, make it just look tidier or whatever. But I did this year, before it took off, I uprooted so much peppermint and like sprinkled it all around the house, all around the front of the house. So this is what the front of the house will look like next year, and I'm very excited because it's very dull in the front of my house. I need some greenery and some lovely things. Um, yeah, so that is the side garden. As you can see, I'm not weeding this year. I refuse. I'm not doing it. No one can make me do it, and I'm not gonna do it. And then I forgot to point these lovely, lovely, lovely berry bushes out. These are blueberries. We are so excited about our blueberries. So, 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 so excited to have our own blueberries on our land. We definitely want, so let me go ahead and back up. We definitely want to make this entire section, I would say, so from where the blueberries are to where the fence is, like that, maybe have a couple more rows, like make this whole side berries, just like different kinds of blueberries and blackberries and raspberries and stuff like that. Make this like the berry section, from where I'm standing, like from along this whole side. We would love to make, well, my husband and I kind of have different ideas. I would love to make this all like whole rows of like storage types of food, like potatoes and onions and a whole bunch of variety, different varieties, different types of those kinds of foods, so that we don't have to go to the grocery store to get those things. Because if there is one thing that I hate, it is going to the grocery store. Yes, our food system is corrupt. Yes, it's so freaking expensive to buy groceries. Yes, all of that stuff is so true. But the fact of the matter is, I hate driving 35, 40 minutes into town once a week with two kids, planning around their naps, planning around their lunch, planning around when am I going to eat? I hate going to the grocery store. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I could order Whole Foods. They do deliver all the way out here. But again, Whole Foods is so expensive. So if we could eliminate going to the grocery store for these kinds of foods that we eat weekly, like we go through onions, we go through potatoes, we go through sweet potatoes, we go through berries. Those are like our main food groups, plus meat. I would never have to go to the grocery store again. And that would be so, so lovely. That would just be awesome. So anyways, out of my tangent. So where the chickens are, we're also going to make all of that garden space. So literally, like this whole space back here, what is growing over there? What the heck is that? Sorry, I saw a squirrel. All of this area up to this, I don't know if you can see, where is it at? Where's my finger? See that tree? That is a dogwood tree. All of this we would love to make like our storage food area, so I can also learn how to can. I can do some like dehydrating and all of that fun stuff. That's what the main purpose of this side garden would be. And the other thought that I had, I would love some opinions on this. Love some opinions on this. And I don't even know if you can tell. You probably can't on the camera. This is like a slope. This definitely goes up. It's not 45. It might be like 20 degrees of a slope. And I thought having like high tunnels back here, maybe 2 high tunnels up here, but because it's on a slope, I don't know. I have no idea if that's possible. I have no idea if that's even like a smart thing to do. I have no idea. I don't know. So if someone could give me their opinion, that would be awesome. I love help. I love different ideas. So give me all the ideas, please. What else do we have? Ooh, this will be the last thing over here, and then I'll go up to the kitchen garden. Hey, hey, chickies. Hi. I can't touch the fence. Don't come too close. Hi, sweet pea. Hi, babies. I've got my sweet pea and my Rosie and Dahlia and Aaron Samuels. Hi. Bye. This is very exciting. Logan found a freaking deal there. So in Asheville, there are so many orchards, so many apple orchards, because this is a place to grow apples apparently. And so he was on Facebook and he had seen that someone was like an orchard was giving away or selling their apple orchards or already established apple trees, Honey Crisps, which is the most important part, for $15 each. So we were like, okay, they're established. They're like, I think they said 5 or 8 years old or something like that. And they're only $15 and they're dwarf. And this is where we want a lot of like apple trees. I'm like, yes, please go buy all of them. But he bought 3 and that's fine. So we have apples. It's so exciting. And they're Honey Crisp. These are the ones that me and my son Salem, we eat all of the time. I am so excited. And this is the first year that we've had them again. They were like already established before they got sold, but still, it's so exciting. I'm pumped. I heard, and this is another question that I have that I would love some insight on. As far as fertilizing apple trees, what is the best thing to fertilize apple trees? I heard calcium, and so I am I'm like, have it in my head, keep my eggs, keep my eggs, keep my eggs for fertilizing, but I end up giving the eggs to the chickens because it's better for their eggs, or yeah, it's better for their eggs. So I'm real curious, what is a good fertilizer for apple trees, Honey Crisps, directly in the red clay soil, because that's what it is. I guess I did I backfilled it a little bit with some compost. But yeah, I would love some fertilizer suggestions, please. I'm sure some people are like, what the crap is that deck doing there? So let me tell you this sad story, and then we'll go up to the other garden. This deck, my husband and my church team, all the men on my church team came. It was so cold. It was the first February that we lived here. So February, was it February? Nope, it wasn't February. It was like October of 2020. 2023, because we moved in August. I think it was like either October, November, or December of 2023. They came, it was so cold, it was frigid. They hand dug so that it was flat, and then they built this deck. Anyways, they built it so that I could have a greenhouse. I bought the greenhouse. It was a greenhouse kit. It was like just one of those aluminum and what's it called? Polycarbonate greenhouse kits. And it took a pregnant Kayla. How many days was it? It was like 5 days by myself. I was pregnant, and I was doing it I shouldn't have been doing it, but I was doing it. And where we're at, wind is, it's crazy. The wind that comes along here is insane. But it was the last day of me building this. Mind you, pregnant Kayla. My belly was showing. I was like 7 months pregnant, I think. Last day. Oh, it's just so upsetting when I think about it. It was the last day. I was putting the very last part of the roof on, and the biggest gust of wind came, and it blew all of it while I was inside of it. I was inside of the greenhouse. Thankfully, there wasn't like a floor or anything, and it wasn't attached. But this big gust of wind came, and I ran so fast out of that greenhouse so that it wouldn't like knock me off the other side, because that other side is not on the ground. It's like I would have to jump. It's like maybe, I don't know, 2 feet off the ground over there, with a building coming over my head. Ah, my gosh. And then it just blew into the street. The wind was like, oh, I don't want that there. So I'm going to take it away for you. And I sat and I cried because it took so much energy and it took so much time, and I was so excited, and now I don't have a greenhouse. Sad, sad, sad times. But I will get a greenhouse again, I promise. All right, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to walk up to the kitchen garden. I guess I could show you along the way. So all of these are raspberries. This is just like, if we want raspberries, we're going to come out and have a snack of raspberries. That's the intent for these ones. Also, some random cucumbers decided how they got over here. Who's to say? But we have raspberries and cucumbers growing along over here. So that is extremely exciting. Along my house, this is the first year for these banana plants, and I also planted some hostas. So that is like what's all along the side of the house back here. I definitely need to figure something else out. All right, so here is the kitchen garden. This is my pride and joy. I am so thrilled about how this looks. I am just ecstatic. So when we first moved here, I guess it wasn't obvious. I will try to find a picture to put right here of what this looked like. But basically, it was just like this. There was nothing at all up here. And it was just plain and barren, and it was needing an artistic touch. So I thought, why not terrace it? And that's what I did. I took from February until, so there was like a week of 80 degrees in February this year. And I took from February until I think it was like May to terrace all of these beds. They are 16 by like 3. And I'm just proud of myself, to be completely honest, because I did this by hand. I did this with kids. It took such a long time, but I freaking did it, and I think it looks awesome. And then obviously my mom blessed me with these couple of metal beds down here and some pretty little arches. I will try to do this quick because there's a lot going on over here. So we've got borage and some sweet potatoes and some other tomatoes over here. Everything is definitely fruiting. I think I see cucumbers in there too. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. There's some cucumbers growing. There's pretty sweet potato vines. I've been having to come out here and help these kind of climb. They're so pretty. They're so like enchanting looking. I just love the way those look. Man, I hope it makes it all the way down to this side. I have kale and some other tomatoes, and then I've got some nasturtium happening over here. And then this is crazy. So, I've got cabbage. I've never been able to grow cabbage in the past. I don't think I actually really tried to grow cabbage, but look at these bad boys. They are so cool. I'd never been able to, I always actually thought it got way too hot to grow cabbage. That's why I never really actually even tried to grow cabbage here, but it's growing and I'm so excited. I'm going to try to make some kimchi. I'm going to try to make some sauerkraut. I'm going to try to just eat it and cook it. I know I've got like a pea, some kind of pea plant back there, and this is all going to be like Minnesota midget cantaloupe. My husband claims he loves cantaloupe so much, and I grow him cantaloupe every single year, and he proves to me how much he loves cantaloupe. So that's great. I've got some really pretty, I think these are called, what are they called? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look at it and I'll write it down on the screen. But some zinnias, some different kind of zinnias over here. I just love zinnias so much. Also, I love dahlias, and this year is also the first year that I'm growing dahlias, and I am already just, I could kiss them. Every time I see them, I just want to give them a big old kiss. Sage, and I've got some artichokes starting back here. Um, I did just mulch this, and like I edged along the back of these. And so I mulched it and yeah, did all of this stuff. Okay, and then I have some more tomatoes. I've got some corn growing. Let's see what's happening over here. I've got a lot of grass in here. I kind of took the same approach. I wasn't mulching this year, but I know how much the earth needs to be covered, and that's what helps the soil retain water, is for it to be covered. So I thought, I'm not mulching. I'm just going to let the grass grow again because um, it needed to be covered. So yeah, I've got a bunch of corn. So exciting. Let's see what's happening here. Nothing happening. So we did grow corn last year, but we grew it and it grew and it grew, and we saw some ears, and then ants got to it. A bunch of freaking ants got to it. So maybe someone can also help me and tell me, how do you keep ants away? I know you can use diatomaceous earth, and I know you can use neem oil. The things about those is you have to reapply them. And I'm lazy. So help me, somebody help me. I have the cutest little squashes back here. Look at that cutie patootie. Cute. I just love cute little things. Here's the other whole thing of tomatillos. What in the world? What is crawling back there? That is not a spider. Oh, it's a frog. It's the little frog! It's the toady! He's still here. I don't know if it's actually the same toad, but we got another little toady. There's dahlias and some pepper plants and some cucamelons right there. I'm very excited about cucamelons. I don't like raw vegetables. This is one thing you're going to be like, what the crap are you doing with your life, Kayla? Why are you growing so many raw vegetables? Why are you growing so many things that you can just eat raw? And I don't eat them. I do not eat raw vegetables. Because it's harder to digest, for me at least. And I know like it's better for animals to digest them, and then you eat the animal that has eaten the vegetable. But also, most of raw veggies and most raw fruit too, except for berries and apples and peaches, they break my mouth out. Like, I would say it's like a mild allergy, but that is what happens. And so I can't eat the raw stuff, and that's fine. But cucamelons I can eat. I will eat cucamelons. Like, I'll come by and I'll crunch them and I'll munch them because they're real little, and they don't break my mouth out. I don't know. I don't make the rules. That's just what happens. So I'm very excited about these cute little cucamelons. Also, one of my absolute favorite. Does she do anything with cucamelons? I think she does. Never mind. Don't quote me on it. Never mind. I take back what I was going to say. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be wrong. Okay, so we got tomatillos. I have some more. I think these are zucchini. Either zucchini or squash plants under here. I don't see anything fruiting yet. Not under here. Yeah, these are butternut squash, so those might take a little bit more time. Freaking look at how cute that dahlia is. Look at it. Kiss it. It is so precious. And then I saw this this morning. Oh my Lanta. Look at these beautiful squash. I am just so excited. I honestly am going to come out here and pick this and we're going to eat this for dinner tonight. Maybe. Look at how ginormous and cute and beautiful that color is. That honestly, if anything else other than taste, I just love the way vegetables look. I love how the Lord made vegetables to look so just beautiful, so enticing. Okay, I'm gonna stop on my tangents. This is a tour. I then have a bunch of tomatoes. I think these are Brad's Atomic cherry tomatoes. I've got some more squash, a lot of wildflowers. I accidentally, I went through all the beds and I was just like broadcasting wildflowers all throughout these beds. But for some reason, there was I think either Salem or even me, I don't know. There was a bunch of wildflower seeds and they just fell. So this whole section right here is going to be filled with wildflowers as well as carrots. And I've got cucumbers growing along the edge of the wall over here. I've got a lot more squash and zucchini up here. And what else is over here? I grew, those are some beans. They're kidney beans somewhere along here. I think those are sweet. No, those aren't sweet peas. Those are, I think those are pinto beans. I'm pretty sure they're kidney beans and pinto beans over there. Oh my gosh, they're so delicate. They're so dainty. I love. I have more corn right here. I've got a whole nother bed filled with onions right below me. All of this is onions, some potatoes over there. Wow, there's so much happening. There are so many things. Oh my gosh. I think I get too just excited after a long winter of nothing happening. I get so excited about growing things, and I hope that this video, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because my phone's telling me that it's going to die. I love growing things, and I hope that this video and all the other garden tours that I'm going to be doing throughout the season will inspire those next year to grow and just let the weeds grow even, and just let the jungle happen, and you'll get some fruit and you'll get some veggies out of it. Thank you so much for coming along with my very first garden tour. I'm so excited that you guys are watching. I'm so excited that I have got friends and family already on here watching. And yeah, I hope that this brought a little bit of joy into your day. And I will see you next time. Have a great one.